With you.
Hello, guys. I am Kate Power.
Thank you.
I'm Kate Power.
I'm very happy to be here.
I'm here
Yes.
Very happy.
Well, those two argued today's show. It's like, I don't know what's wrong.
It's awesome because you get to, express yourself. That's one of the benefits of radio.
Yes.
You get to, hey, how you doing?
Yes. Hello. Welcome today. Yes.
Wait, it's radio, but he fluttering his eyes.
Because some people could see, so,
And those
for the panty throwers, that, it helps them out.
Thank you for tuning in.
They
Thank
just threw
you
them at the
so much.
screen.
Very grateful.
Hey, what if somebody threw their panties and they
I'm gonna
came
let
through the
them
camera?
3D.
Like 3D.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. You're like, I'm sorry.
And I would drop my exit stage left,
and turn the lights out when you go.
I'm nosy. I might just be like, I don't know what's going on.
Where is he?
She holding with one eye open.
Look like I am not watching this. This looks like it's gonna be horrible.
What y'all finna do?
She ain't calling 911. She ain't getting security.
Like you calling for help? I'm like, no, I'm getting my phone camera out.
Exactly. But wait. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do that one more time and go.
Right. Whatever get the job done. I'm just kidding.
K-Power, you make me think about what was that thing? It was a Damon Kim Wayans. I don't remember if it was in Living Color or Kim Wayans.
The sister.
The sister.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she was saying, I ain't one to gossip.
Oh yeah, that's in Living Color. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Miss
yes.
Jenkins. I love Miss Jenkins. Don't nobody say nothing about Miss Jenkins.
Yes.
You say that's the first character I thought about. Like I ain't one to gossip.
Tell him I told you
But
that.
I seen Dr. Business bite some drawers. Came out the camera lens. No, we don't even know whose they was.
Or she's that person. I just loves me some Dr. Business, but the Bible say pray without ceasing, and I'm not one to tell anybody's business. However, pray for Dr. Business, oh Lord, because he biting drawers, and then in the prayer you tell all the spirit, you tell all the mess and stuff. It's like you're not supposed to be praying.
Announcing.
Exactly.
Just pray within your heart, please.
Exactly.
And
bless Johnny, and he didn't mean to catch AIDS, and he was only with that guy one time, and he has since stopped being with him, but he's with another guy, so we're gonna pray for him.
We're gonna pray for them as well. We're gonna pray for the family. We're gonna pray for the children.
Be telling all
the
this.
children.
We're gonna pray for his daddy, but since we don't know which one it is, we're gonna pray for Jim, John,
and we know the neighbor was over there as well, but we're gonna pray over. We're gonna just lay hands on him
because y'all never know.
That's right. That Uber Eats driver.
We actually had a pastor one time. Like if you would go to counseling, whoever went to counseling last, your
That's
session
preached
was
on.
the Sunday's message.
Yep.
Now the only way, although I thought that it was wrong, but the only way people knew it was about your life is you were like, I can't believe pastor would talk about my business. He never named your name.
Okay, we cool with that.
The names were excluded to protect the innocent. However, you just announced it, and the fact that you didn't go to him in the beginning, but you went to this girl and that girl.
Should have kept your mouth closed.
I ain't know.
Nobody never would have known.
So now you know to just keep your mouth closed. Don't say anything.
Right.
And if you talk about the cockeyed eye girl, just close one of the eyes and they won't know.
Right.
That's right.
Bless them. So we can't be talking about people like that, though. I think that we don't have to. I don't remember dealing with bullying the way the kids do today. I put up a post with a client once. We were doing some fitness stuff, and she said something comical, and I responded. It was Facebook Live commentary to draw in the fitness community, and some stranger that I've never met before put something. It was like, but what's up with her hair though? Because I was outside, wind was whipping around, like we are clearly out there. But he made a comment about my hair. I didn't mind, but I went to his page, and then I looked for several things. Just who in the heck is this anyway? When we were talking about whatever the girl was talking about fitness wise, but when I saw his page, I was like, okay, that explains some things right there.
Miserable.
Yes.
Miserable.
But then I follow Took me about 2 minutes. It wasn't an in-depth search, but when you look and see what they comment on, they were always derogatory, always putting somebody down, always negative, always whatever. So I decided to write him back privately. And I was like, thanks for viewing. We're, international or working in fitness and health and wellness community, blah, blah, blah. Your comment, please define. I am not upset or offended, but if this is how you speak to others, my job is to build people up.
Yeah.
And just that small statement ignites a fire for bullying.
Yes.
I deal with kids that are dealing with bullying. I deal with bullies themselves. What is it that would drive you to do that repetitively to others?
Yeah.
And then he wrote me back, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything, whatever.
Good.
So it wasn't to blast him.
Yeah.
But
good.
If I didn't say something and I saw that was a habitual thing that he'd done, I have to consider the kids that I deal with deal with bullying. That, we had a recent incident from a shooting in the school that was stemmed from bullying.
Yes.
That's right.
Like no child should have enough sense to grab a gun to solve their problems at all. And I have to believe that if it gets that deep for a child at school, how much interaction are the kids having at home?
Yes.
Where you can't talk to the parent, where the parent doesn't identify that there's something strange going on. Your personality's
Yeah,
changed.
I find that strange. Yeah, that, if that situation is going on, that means that you're really not involved. I have 6 children, and I know what
you have. How many?
6 in all.
You didn't get the memo?
6 in all. Yeah. But I know what each and every, what you doing? What you doing? Who you with? Oh man, I don't care. I need to know everything. And that makes you a good parent. You cannot leave your children to themselves. They will come to ruin. They will. The Bible says that.
Right.
Yes.
And others will ruin them by embedding our social media, our television shows, everything that we have will literally pour into them. It's kind of like having the Bible. Different translations.
Confusing sometimes.
Right. And granted, this show I watched Will Smith did the Fish Tales, where he was the fish. It was a cartoon thing, was the fish, and the shark didn't want to eat meat. And the
Shark Tales.
Yeah. Shark Tales.
Okay.
Shark Tales.
Like
Sorry.
fish
Tales?
Yeah.
It was a fish.
Shark Tales.
Watching that, I was like, oh, that's cool, because, I'm with the little nieces and stuff. Like, we're going to watch this. Literally, had I not been with them, they would have thought that was just a cartoon.
Yeah.
But it was actually talking about, homosexuality and coming out to your family.
Yeah.
And so it could be something real simple.
Yeah.
But society is hiding so many innuendos and things that they'll go out singing a song that they think is just a song, not realizing that they're talking about something sexually explicit.
Exactly. What are you listening to in those headphones?
Pull up to the bumper, baby.
And even, I grew up, I like some thump. I'm not going to tell a story, but, you gotta, I love the thump, But you have to,
The thump.
I love the thump. I love the rattle in the trunk, all that good stuff. I do.
Ahead.
I knew if I listened to you long enough, you would tell me what the thump was.
The thump. If you from the South, the rattle in the trunk. Yes.
There's words that will be around
I love
this
it.
where I don't have to ask.
But unfortunately, most of that music is vulgar. So, but they do have, like gospel rappers and stuff like that. But I have to, but mix it up. I learned, mix a little jazz, mix a little this.
Give them some culture.
Don't just sit there and listen to it over and over and over again, because it's programming your mind. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. The things that you let go through your eye gate, your ear gate, mouth, all of that stuff plays a huge impact on who you become and who you are.
Definitely.
So when a person winds up a certain kind of way and only thinking about a certain kind of thing, well, that's because they've been programmed.
Yes.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that don't like that word program.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
That's what
That's
the
what it
media
is.
does. That's what magazines
Exposure.
do. That's what they do all the time. They're programming you. They're making you think a certain kind of way. Commercials are made to program you to want that Big Mac, to want that body, to want that car. It's a program. So we have to program ourselves.
Yes.
So that others don't program us.
Right. Absolutely. Like it was what's the one with the wind? The movie with the winds. It creeped me out.
Tornado?
No. The new one on Netflix.
The boy that's something with the wind.
The boy and girl.
I don't remember. I saw a title, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I looked at that. And I don't normally look at scary movies because I don't want it in my spirit. So anyway, I looked at it. I'll come around to it. But yeah, I saw that movie and I had nightmares for 3 nights. I was like, yeah. And I used to love scary movies when I was younger. But now that I see that there is a difference, that these things, I'm walking around scared that airplanes is going to fall out the sky, all kind of stuff. I'm like, no, this is not good. I'm not supposed to live in the spirit of fear.
Absolutely.
And so, I'm like, off.
Right.
Off. Jesus said that.
I remember my sister, one time we watched some movie. We weren't supposed to watch it. My parents was gone. But we watched something, and it had cussing in it. She couldn't. The youngest one always got us in trouble. Because my mom, like, if we wanted to see, it was a movie called Tremors. And it was when the ground, like if you run, then the little worms will come out.
Because they're sensitive to sound.
And my mom, she was like, y'all watch it, don't let your sister watch it. So we told her to go upstairs, made sure she had her own little play stuff together. Well, she sat on the stairs and watched a movie. We didn't know she was there. In the middle of the night, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Her bath towel was in the floor. She in the bed stomping. It's a tremor. We all got whoopings. She saw the movie.
Yeah.
And we was like, she wasn't with us, Mom. She was. I told you not to let them watch that. We were watching movies and it would have cursing in them. And when it would go out, she said, can we watch a cartoon now to get the cussing out? Like literally, she figured a cartoon would wash out the cussing.
Appropriate.
So
well, actually not nowadays.
No.
Some of the cartoons they got out there.
Ratchet.
Them Muppet movies and
horrible.
having sex in the office.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff.
It's
ridiculous.
With the sausage, I'm like, I spent my money, but maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I spent my money. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
When they sang the song "The People Are Gods," I couldn't tell you anything that happened. I was like, and I think I listened to 2 verses to make sure that they said what I think they said.
No, they said it.
And when they said, I was like, yep,
skirt. Bye.
Done, can't do it.
Yep.
Who was that? It was one movie used to be called South Park.
Oh.
I used to like South Park. When it first came on, it wasn't as gross as it is now. Yeah. And when they did the South Park movie, me and my friend, my guy friend, just friend, we had our South Park T-shirts on. We was all excited. I did have to make sure that, because if he hear it, I don't want him to be like, you know what, you make people think and now my girl messed up and stuff. This is before you, sorry. Yeah. But we went to watch the movie, had on our South Park T-shirts, kicking it. Let me tell y'all, we sat there. I was like, we should really leave. He was like, I know we should go, because we were in church. We came out of the movies. We stayed for the whole movie. We felt so convicted. And me and this grown man walking around like this, trying to hide our South Park shirts. We didn't want nobody to know. It wasn't until they made the movie did it go on a downward
realize what it was all about.
Spiral. Right.
It was terrible.
Television, they couldn't do all of that.
Right.
So when we saw the movie, it was just like,
I
can't even condone this. I don't want nobody to see we burned them T-shirts.
I'm not
on the grill.
Like even regular cartoons like Cartoon Network, stuff like that. I'm just like, no, cut it off. I don't do it all together. It's like they have the zombie cartoons and they're all friendly and stuff, but I'm like, they're bones and it's death. No,
and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah. Monsters are beautiful. Let me tell you, you can learn to habla Espanol from Dora.
Right.
That's about. You might get some education from Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
And Bubble Guppies. And I think my mom cut Bubble Guppies out because she said that was witchcraft because they was doing a spell or something.
Yeah.
She was like, no.
Yeah.
And Dora gonna have an explorer in a brothel one day, and she gonna sort of have it out there, and then you gonna see her exploring different things that she ought not be exploring.
If you wait long enough,
give it some time.
They have one where she's a teenager now.
Really?
Yeah, her and Diego.
And what's she doing?
They hanging out. They doing their thing. They exploring. They doing their thing.
Oh, okay.
Mira. Vámonos, papi. When Dora called Diego papi, then y'all, we done exploring.
Yeah. Witchcraft, it was.
We can't hear you. But
I like Black Panther though. That's why I liked it.
What did you like most?
Most of
about Black Panther?
I liked I just like I like Marvel. Was that Marvel?
It was one of them.
Yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah, either Marvel or DC Comics, but
Yeah.
I think it was Marvel.
Who was the villain? I did like him, and I like King T'Challa. And I like when they go ooh. Yeah, I like when they did that.
I like the warrior.
I like
bald-headed
that.
warrior.
That was gangster. Yeah, I like that. That was gangster. I like that.
You like scream my name. That's what that was about.
But
Brought back memories.
I mean, I don't feel like everything they said was, it was a uproar as people made it, but for the most part, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
See, in all things, you have to chew in the meat, spit out the bones.
Right.
Because there's always going to be something that's not going to set well. There's always going to be something that, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Something that's, So, but if you understand the concept, overall, the kind of thing, then you can sort of navigate your way.
Right.
Just don't absorb everything.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm around spiritual people, church folk. I'm just gonna say church folk, and we had a guy at my church. I was talking about bringing yoga in, and I said we're gonna call it deep stretch. I run the fitness ministry, so I said we'll do a deep stretch session, but it will be taught, by yoga. And it's like, oh, you know what? Oh, I can't be watching all that yoga. That's demonic and
I heard
devil
that
stuff and this, that, or whatever. And I was like, what's your favorite show? Oh, the have-nots. Okay, so we can't stretch.
I'm gonna need you to figure out what side you
right. Do you go to the movies? Oh yeah, what's the last movie I saw? Now you're going to convict people for trying to stretch and unloosen their bones and muscles. However, everything that just came out of your mouth was rated R. Yeah. Everything that just came out of your mouth promoted, immoral sexuality and, thievery.
I'm sorry, I don't even watch those things at all. I don't not even a little bit.
But
no
that's
TV
just
for you.
No,
Pretty much, because it's being indoctrinated in everything.
Yes.
Everything.
I saw
it's like
paper
you
towel
can't
commercial.
Yes.
Paper towels.
Paper towels. Yeah.
Like what? How did you bring sex? I mean, you might need one if you by yourself at the end, But at the same time, it's your family there.
It's true.
It is.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, you take an old shirt.
Bless the Lord.
Yeah.
And only men will know what I'm talking about. So.
And I don't know, but I have family members and friends, that. And they do indulge in homosexuality, and I love them, but I don't hear anything about it or anything like that. I love you. I love you so much, but I don't want to hear about it.
Right.
I don't.
And
stop! I just got all the way. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
And then our producer said, that homosexuality is demonic. Agreed. However, you got to love the person in spite of where they were. Jesus did not tell the woman at the well that, who they wasn't and who.
But allow them. Oh, excuse me.
No, and I was just going to say, I have fallen into, I don't want to say into relationship with people like, we real cool. But then when we go out, I have people that are like, he can't do my hair, he gay. But I'm like, but so was the person that rung up your two-piece. They cooked your food, but you still eating. So how are you? That's right. I don't want that in my
personal preference.
My spirit. And I'm like, they didn't sprinkle here goes the bitch is gay.
No.
Like you cannot divide. The Bible says you're in the world, but not of the world.
Yeah,
you literally can't not. Like, I don't want it, I can't be, and I can't do whatever. And I understand what you're saying.
Stay in your house.
Still to tell them.
He will do the separation.
Yes.
But condemning them, and I'm just fixing your food. Condemning them, you just doing my hair. Look, what your boo got to do with
your
the swoop I'm trying to get? Like, keep that there.
Especially if you're a good swooper.
I'm telling you.
I know,
some of them can swoop really well.
The best way to love them is to.
That being said, you got to be careful because the Bible
Nobody can hear you.
She ain't got no mic.
I know she don't got no mic, but she doing a whole soliloquy. You can come over here.
The best way I've learned to love on them is to just let them do their thing, and I'll walk in my walk, and then they will feel comfortable and say, "I love you." Yeah,
by your actions.
That's right.
That's right.
And they'll feel comfortable
nag
to you.
and complain and this and whatever.
Because some people may feel like they're in too deep. They may be in too deep.
That ain't gonna change nothing. But you have to live a life that is worth somebody else saying, I want to be like that.
Yes.
Like the whole, I want to be like Mike.
Right.
People need to be saying that about you, about us.
Yes, that's right.
I want to be like Special K or K
Power.
I got you.
Yeah. I want to be like Guns. I want to be like Alvin. I want to be like.
Yeah.
They need to be saying that.
Yes.
And then we live a life that is upright, and then they're like, okay, there is another way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not only the drug dealers that got money.
Right.
Hey, I can get a degree. I can be an entrepreneur. I can get some real estate. I can have money too.
Yeah.
But do it the right way.
A process is definitely a process, and it's not going to my life was crazy about probably 8 years ago, and I opened up my book. That was 18, but my life was all over the place, and I just opened up that book, and once I opened it up, and I looked up 2 years later, my whole life had changed before my eyes, and it wasn't easy.
Harlequin romance.
That too. I got me a husband. And
man cannot live by bread alone.
Yeah.
That Kama Sutra book. That's
I
real
can't
good.
say it was God ordained, but I got me a husband. So.
I was trying to find the image of David during his lustful days. You know, I was trying to cross-reference.
Yes.
Because that's what they say. Study to show yourself approved.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
I got you, K Powers.
But I still got a little bit of thug in me, but I am glad that I crossed over. I am definitely glad that I did.
We're glad too.
Yeah.
I don't worry about you beating me up.
Look, don't be afraid of the kingdom. Don't be afraid.
Right.
Don't be afraid.
At all. And don't be afraid that you'll be pulled. I am confident in my Christianity and my walk with God because He has proven Himself to me.
Yeah.
So I can sit in the presence
and over
amongst,
That's right.
sinful people, the Gentiles or whatever you want to call them, however people describe them, even if they're homosexuals, enough to allow them the comfortability to be around me, to share with me whatever I'm not asking about your positions, but I'm asking about your heart. I'm asking, what are you going through as a person? I'm not coming right at you with, well, you're going up. First of all, you're already broken. Something has you in this state of being, and this is where you find your compassion. Let me share the love of Christ with you before I berate you.
Right.
And I have never had to, because when they see the light that I have, I am the only light that they have.
That's right. The only
because they
Jesus
will hang around. Right.
It's through you.
So I am confident enough in my salvation that I'm not going to be drawn in to be like, K Power, I like that. Them earrings looking real good on you today, girl. No, I am confident enough in my walk, and not only that, I don't just walk into a situation that I know is intentional. Without being fasted up, without being prayed up. If I've been summoned there, and when I mean summoned, if there's something in me that says you have to go, that is God letting me know I'm about to send you on an assignment.
But don't be afraid of backsliding either, because you have to come to Him time and time again as well. I've definitely can tell you about that backsliding, and it's throughout your life. You have to be
backsliding or sinning.
We
all fall short of the glory. But backslide, I've turned my back. I'm through with you.
Oh no,
I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
No.
I'm about to drop it like a hot. In Jesus' name. And So we do sin daily.
Okay.
We sin daily, and that's why.
So you say it's a difference between backsliding and
sinning.
Sinning. Okay.
Because we've all sinned and come short of the glory.
So I am a sinner, and I'm not a backslider. Okay.
No.
Okay. So I am a sinner, not a backslider.
Because there's sins of omission and sins of commission.
Yes.
Yeah. Because a lot of what we think, once again, that's a sin.
Yeah, that's right.
The different imaginations and the different things we put in our imagination, those are sins.
Yes.
So we have to
Lord,
be
these
careful
bills
with that
need
too.
to get paid. Yeah, so
That's
I'm
not
not
a
gonna
sin.
step out on
It's not a sin.
Well, the action, the pay the bill.
So what you gotta do? If you be like, just this one time.
Yeah, like,
but I'm a tithe on this lap dance. So.
Right. I mean, true story, you know. So that's when you have to, you know, have faith in him and trust him.
That's right.
And
that he'll
each
see you
time he'll
through.
challenge you and pull you closer and closer.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skirts down, pants up.
Oh my gosh. But
Yes.
you know, honest.
Lessons learned. So much for your honesty.
Yes.
How can people find out more about this honesty?
Yes.
They can tune in where? How?
Yes. WDRB radio. My show, it's Kodak Radio.
Kodak Radio.
Yes, Kodak Radio, and I'm the host, K Power. And
It airs.
Sundays.
Sunday.
Sundays at 8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Eastern time. Yes.
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 Exactly. And they'll find out more about who you are
Yes.
and where you've been.
And you can get to meet me more. And yes, and what I do, not who I do.
Ain't nobody business
And
but
it's,
mine.
yeah, more than just children. It's so much more, so much. I have everything in the world I could possibly talk about without being harassed right now by. Yeah. No, but I really enjoy myself. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey,
It's
thank
such
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
Family, you have been tuning in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community.
Yes.
I had to let you do that one by
Yes.
yourself. And cut. We're out of here.
I was like.